Welcome to the channel, welcome to Under the Carport. We're back doing some work on the buggy. You might remember a couple of weeks ago we had a problem with the hoses I've got for the front brake lines wrong. Got some new ones, got some new clips. So we're going to crack on, get the front brake lines done, and then bleed the system. And then I've got the new bolts for the rear spring arms, so there's rear spring plates, and we're going to change those over and torque everything in the back. So this thing's ready to go back on the road. What with today is absolutely pissing it down. So I think I'll just put a time lapse on for the doing the front. There's nothing much to it really. Well, multi-side. But yeah, let's crack on to the brake for hoses actually fit. First, I apologise for the change in sound quality. I've lost my radio mic. It's pinged off somewhere and it's somewhere under here and I really can't find it. So, you've seen the brake lines that I've fitted on the front. I just dug out my air compressor self-bleeding kit. You can see the reservoir is already there as well, ready to bleed this off. I'm just going to run around the car and bleed from the back. Furthest point away from the brake servo is the far back corner, and then I'll work round the nose one, which is the far side there. So I'll put a quick time lapse on. Hopefully this should go well, and I've got enough brake fluid in there to do the job, but we'll see. Right, let's put a time lapse on. Okay, I'm having problems with the bleeding of the brake. For some reason, the pedal's just not stiffening up. I've been around and adjusted all the shoes. They are now adjusted correctly. There was a bit of slack, and that shouldn't really affect it too much, but push on the pedal. What I did notice when I was pumping the pedal, it was starting to get a bit of pressure behind it, is this wheel, the front wheel here, was making a bit of noise. Like the shoes weren't working properly, so I'm going to take this wheel off. Take the drum off, have a look what's going on behind it, because this is the problem on this end here, and it's losing pressure somewhere. So it may well be the cylinders that are in the front one which haven't been replaced. So get this one off, and we'll see what's the problem with this. Cheers.
You can see Wilson is working, there's no leaks on it. I'm not sure exactly what the loose what was making the noise, unless it was sticking and coming back. I've loosened these up, the adjusters up a little bit. That one seems to be a little bit, that one's not going back. I know they look a bit grubby in there, it's all a bit grubby in there, and the pad's not as good, but I don't understand what the problem is. So I think I know what the problem is with the speedo that wasn't working. There's no retaining clip on here. I don't have one of those, so I'll have to come back and adjust that later. But I'm just going to put this back together again and see if you've got any pressure in the pedal. If not, I'm going to have to so we can get mechanic mate round to see about bleeding it. Although I might give it a go with my daughter first and do a manual bleed in case my bleeding gun is pushing air back into the system. So that's how much we can do today. Yeah, so let's put back together. Okay, that's that built back together again. Still had the same problem. They're all adjusted. I just don't know what the problem is. I say I'll get my daughter to give me a hand tomorrow to do a manual bleed brakes using a pedal rather than pulling through in case there's something else that's pushing air back into the system. But when the part tied up, it's absolutely throwing it out of the moment. Get this code back over again, and then I'll play with it tomorrow. Still need to do the bolts on the back as well. But that's it for today. I've been doing this for about an hour and a half, 2 hours now. Nothing's improving, so it's winding me up. So, on to tomorrow. Okay, welcome back to the day later. So yesterday, you said a few minutes ago, real problem with the brakes. Tried to adjust them all, wouldn't get the brakes to get a hard pedal. Let it twice. So today, I had a thought. So I've had the wheels off on every corner, and I've adjusted the brake shoe positions by hand by spinning the wheel, and it looks like whatever this Beetle was or whatever this Volkswagen was, the adjusters were the other way around, particularly on the front. So adjusted all those up, got a little bit of pedal when he built up the pressure like it was before, and I got my daughter out and we bled it manually, and I have brakes, which is fantastic. So that's done. Really happy with that. I'm going to leave it for a week, make sure the pressure doesn't drop off. I've got no leaks anywhere. Partly because it's absolutely soaking wet out here. I don't really want to take this out on the road because I'm going to get soaking wet through. So the next job to do, just to get again ready for the road, is to change the bolts over on the back's spring plates. Remember the previous video I put a note here somewhere. When I got replacement bolts, I didn't really appreciate that the nuts had a different thread pattern. So I screwed 3 of them up. So I bought brand new bolts, brand new correct nuts. So I just swapped those out and then torque up everything else on the back, including the wheels all the way around as well, because I had all the wheels off at some point. So basically we'll do a torquing exercise at the back and say change those bolts over. So I might just do a quick time lapse at the back end just to show me doing that if you're interested. But yeah, this is getting better now. This is getting ready to go back on the road. Hopefully next weekend I'll be able to take it for a run if the weather's good. Cheers. So you can see the 3 bolts that are there. They hold the spring plate onto the rear wheel assembly. I'm hoping to take each one out on its own, put the new bolt in, torque it up, move to the next one. That's the plan. But yeah, let's get on with that. good second day on this, considering the hassle I had yesterday. Brakes now work, as I said before. The manual I was using is for a different setup. Anyway, we've got the brakes all sorted now. The rear bolts have been swapped over, the correct torsion bars and the correct nut threads, and everything like that. So the back's all torqued up properly, the wheels now torqued up. I could do take it for a test run, but it's really wet at the moment, and I'd rather not be out in this in the wet if I'm still sketchy about the brakes. So I'll probably leave it till next weekend and take it for a good run. Yeah, just hope you've enjoyed watching me work on this buggy, because it's a pain to work on, but I'm learning a lot. So yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. That's just another update on where I am with this project. I said this needs to be roadworthy to get it to my garage, so the Scirocco, when that comes back from Rust Republic, can live in this carport. Obviously, this thing's open to the elements, so it has to go away somewhere safe. So, right this far, thanks for watching. There'll be another update. I'll probably do a video driving it around this weekend, and hopefully there'll be another update fairly soon on the Scirocco. So, cheers.